welcome back to In the Garden. I am joined with Jordan from Grange Co-op, and today we're talking about companion planting. Now, if you have a garden bed and you want to plant some things, we can just shove a bunch of stuff in the garden bed. We know we have some flowers, we have some herbs, we have some dill, some parsley. Where do we start?
There are no hard and fast rules for the most part with companion planting. What we're doing is taking advantage of the fact that plants have very different growth habits. Some are very vertical, some sprawl, and some actually have traits that are mutually beneficial. So you have things, for example, we got these marigolds we're going to plant today that for the most part insects don't like. They smell very strong, at least to an insect. They're not really great to chew on, so they almost act as a repellent around the plants we're trying to protect. Other things like nasturtiums are edible even. They're another addition to your raised bed that's going to go into your salad or like some of the other herbs.
Okay, and then this guy is kind of funky over here. What is this exactly?
Borage is the herb I don't think gets enough attention. It's gorgeous because it has true blue flowers, not something you come across in the garden. And young borage leaves are actually edible. They have kind of a cucumbery taste. Okay,
well, so let's get planting. Okay. Should we plant the flower first?
Sure. So like I said, we'll do these marigolds. They make a great little defense wall, like literally a wall, that's going to keep creepy crawlies from going up your tomatoes and plants you're trying to protect.
Okay. How deep should we plant?
Given that these marigolds in this pot are a little on the stretchy side, I'm going to put them just about an inch lower than they already are. That'll keep them up and about.
Because we're planting so many different types of, plants in the bed, does it matter for like watering or fertilizer? What's the deal with the different types of plants in?
Not that big a deal. So our raised beds here have a drip system that covers basically the whole thing. Everything is going to get adequate water needs. If you had more limited irrigation or maybe more targeted irrigation, I might be putting a little more thought into what you're planting where. So let's say if you had a wide area and you really couldn't afford to have the whole thing covered in water, but you're highlighting your peppers, your tomatoes. In between those two, I might put things that can take a little bit more, or a little less water rather. So your sages, your lavenders, your rosemary, things that tough it out a little bit more, but they're going to get that water on the side.
Oh, and this is lavender right here.
Sage, actually, yeah.
Oh, this is sage, okay.
Another good herb option, and a perennial option too. So it's things that are still going to be there next year and they're going to come back and reward you year after year. So
big picture is you can plant a lot of things in your garden bed, and it just kind of grows together. So, I mean, is there anything else you want to highlight about companion planting and anything else that people should know when it comes to, planting your garden bed like this?
Just be mindful of the plant's habit. Like I said, we're not trying to create competition. We're trying to create coexistence. When we're focusing specifically on the pollinators, my preference is always on the simple, I want to say less cultivated varieties. So single zinnias and marigolds. I did get actually some doubles on here. They're just more friendly to pollinators. Natives are always a great option as well because native plants have evolved to attract native pollinators.
Companion, not competition. Great. Well, if you guys want to learn more information about companion planting, of course, you can always walk into a Grange Co-op store and learn from the best, or of course, you can head to our website at kdrv.com. Thanks so much for joining us in the garden.